Get Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Casamas and John Scheimer.
All right, guys. Today we got Brandon Pierce, my buddy. He was in Ancestors. He's in Buried at Sea. He's in Deth Crux. He's in GLAARE. He's in 1,000 fucking bands. He's an amazing dude from LA. We're really happy to have him. It was good to chat with him. This week's episode is brought to us by Fatty Vegan, as always.
Fatty Vegan.
Give him the deets.
Fatty Vegan. I don't know. I just keep saying Fatty Vegan.
Fatty Vegan.
Fatty Vegan. Fatty Vegan.
There it is.
I've decided that I want to win Best Vegan Restaurant in Ventura County this year with the VC Reporter.
Fucking A.
Let's
do it.
I went into like Blenders or something like that the other day, and I saw all their fucking 20 fucking
Fuck this
things,
place.
I'm like,
We're taking it.
they got best smoothie, you know what I mean? But like,
But you guys got definitely best milkshakes.
dude.
Definitely best milkshakes, dude.
Dude, I posted that fucking milkshake, dude. Fucking people came in and fucking bought the fuck out of it.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. All right. What's the address? Where can they find it?
325 South Borchard Drive, Ventura, California.
Beautiful.
Fucking
Fuck yeah.
next to Tomahawk Barbershop.
That's right. Fatty Vegan 805 on all social medias, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then also, we're doing a special starting this Wednesday for our Patreon. Anyone that signs up, it's $1 to get started. Monthly, you get bonus episodes. You get early access to this shit. You get access to these tour stories that we're doing with all of our guests. Most of them are musicians. They have incredible fucking stories. They're all going to be Patreon exclusives. But if starting this month all the way through the middle of March, if you guys sign up for the $5 tier, we will send you a mask free of charge. So get heavy. So it's patreon.com. That's shipping included. So it's $10 value. Then you can just cancel it at the end of the month if you want. But $1 to get started, $5 tier gets you a free mask, some free merchandise. So go ahead and check that out. Patreon.com/GetHeavyPodcast. You can also purchase the mask at Big Cartel. So it's getheavypodcast.bigcartel.com. And please enjoy the episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't.
Well, welcome to the fucking podcast, brother. It's been
Dude, I'm
so long since I've seen you. You know?
Yeah, I'm stoked to be here, and I've been listening to it, and you guys are fucking really finding your groove. And there's Scheimer.
There's Scheimer.
What's up, bud? Good to see you. I don't know if I can hear him.
He's on mute.
Okay, all right.
Okay, here I am. I was coughing, so I mute myself when I'm coughing.
Oh man, it's fucking great to see you guys, dude.
What up, dog? How's it going?
Yeah, you know, it's going.
Dude, I like that fucking red velvet chair you got
I
going
know.
on.
Dude, right? Yeah, it's king shit. My cat sits in there, you know, like the prince that he is. We got a new kitten. Yeah.
There you go. Looking good.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Looking good.
How the fuck are you guys?
I'm great, man. We've been busy and running kids, you know. Scheimer's got the restaurant going, obviously.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's trucking along. It's fucking. We just finished our first month, and it fucking did very well.
You were an industrious motherfucker, dude. I'll tell you that much. Like, you know, all of these promoters and curators of music and shit that have adapted through this, like, it's impressive, man.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking. I went and got like a real job right when pandemic hit.
Yeah.
Because like I kind of had the option, and I was like, "Fuck, I need to figure something out," because I wasn't gonna sit around and wait for government assistance and like all like it's just not in my
dude. Fuck
it's not in my fucking my the way I roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I went and got a fucking job, and then did that for a while, and fucking this opportunity came up, and we somehow pulled it off.
Dude, good for you, man. Good for you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Good for you. And hopefully if shit, goes back and we're able to, get back in shows and all that other shit, that you'll still, be the dude. I mean,
that's
you're
kind
the dude.
That's kind of the plan. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
just build this little fucking thing while I have the time, and then hopefully just create more of them, and then still do my regular normal life, you know?
Yeah.
So
Any of the projects, man, if you get off the ground and you're able to start doing it again, we're there for you, man. We would love to.
Yeah. You guys got to come out sometime.
Yo, dude, I'd fucking love to, man.
Yeah.
I'd fucking love to. I've been like, pretty marooned here.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, LA is so fucking dangerous, obviously.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Does it still feel like that? It still feels like that?
Well, obviously, like, they're going down.
Yeah.
They're going down now that, like, the narcissist dude bailed. And, like, I'm very far left.
So hold on. He was robbed. Okay, let's establish. Yeah. Suck it. Yeah. He was absolutely. You guys don't know yet, but it's coming. They're saying August 20th now. He's going to be back in office. That's according to Q. I was like, okay, nice, dude.
Is August 20th the new date?
That's what I heard. Yeah, that's the new date. Because obviously Biden's a clone, right? So, and
totally.
then the election was fraud, and now somehow Trump is gonna get his way back in sometime in August. So, just just hold up and wait. Just wait.
Dude, have you guys actually watched those like QAnon drop videos?
Yes.
No.
I just watched the first one for the first time, the like hold the line one.
Oh yeah.
And it blew my fucking mind, dude.
Just the pure asinineness of it, or you were almost convinced?
Oh, I wish. I wish that I was like, well, they might have mixed some sense. No, but like quite literally, there's like a ton of like production value and these shitty graphics, and then it had really like they pulled this like rip off of a Prodigy song to put in there, and all this like Call of Duty bullshit.
Yeah, because it's a war, dude. I mean, it's a war.
Dude, I laughed my bag off, man.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. I fucking love it. Was so fun to watch.
It's entertaining until you realize that there's people that are still dead fucking serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dead serious about it,
Oh yeah, dude.
You're like, God damn, guys. Okay. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The sad part is, like, I don't know if this applies to you guys, but if you've had family members that have drifted that way.
Oh yeah, I have. My old man will not speak to me anymore over it.
Oh yeah,
I have a mother-in-law that reposts about 37 things a day on Facebook, and it's always like, oh, see, follow, like she's a big Bible thumper type, fucking, these people are insane.
They're insane.
Like I can't even. It just makes me cringe even thinking about getting into that. Like what my mother-in-law does.
Oh yeah.
Just like, oh my god, I gotta send my kids there.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like my in-laws had both passed away in the last 5 years, and I was raised by my stepdad and my mom, and they're pretty progressive people. Like I had no religion in the house, nothing. And but my stepdad was always like Survivor man, outdoors. Like he's a fucking falconer, which is totally tight. But
so cool.
It's great, dude. It's sick. It's sick.
Yeah.
But he's always been like semi-progressive, but because he's got that Survivor man shit, he's sort of like a little bit of a libertarian. Like he was conservative, but he's atheist. He believes in climate change, all this other shit. And we've always clashed. Like I've been pretty much a Marxist since I can remember. Like for what it's worth, like there's issues within that, but like, to split hairs, I'm not trying to say funeral doom, black and metal. Look, keep it simple. You know what I mean? I'm pretty fucking hard left. Like I belong to the SRA, like Socialist Rifle Association. Like,
nice.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well, but here's the thing is like, you have to be literally willing to, when you hear something that contradicts your value and your core belief structure that actually might be true and might make sense. Like if you are the person that sits there and rethinks your values and can make a fucking informed decision off of that, that's a huge step. Anything, I'm the same, type of guy. I like fucking guns and shooting shit, but I also want people to be okay. I want
I do
people
too.
to be able to go to the hospital and not have to fucking kill themselves for it. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah.
if I hear something that challenges what my core belief, I try to step back and put myself in someone else's shoes, and I generally have hope for people. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's the wild part about that whole other side, is that it's just pure ignorance because it's never happened to you, so it obviously doesn't fucking exist. And it's like there couldn't be more of a pure definition of like privilege or fucking, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. You know, like, it's like, dude, how can you not put yourself in someone else's shoes for a minute? Like,
I do not know, my guy. And furthermore, like, I actually talk about this a lot, like, especially with my family that's leaning to the right. Like, I try not to be so frustrated with them because they're sort of like drinking the Kool-Aid, right?
yeah.
The actual like hardened liberal thing frustrates me way more because it's just keeping up appearances. You know, like, obviously it's just keeping up appearances, and it doesn't really hold the same value.
Well, and it's a lot of it's virtue signaling. It's
That's
just
virtue. That's what I
it's
say
all
the time.
it is. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
fucking people being woke to be woke because they don't want to not be woke when everyone's woke again. You know what I mean? It's like,
That's what I'm saying,
Right,
dude.
but they're just as shitty as
oh yeah,
shitty
Oh.
person, but they're still just a shitty person. It's like
Right.
a drunk.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
you're not sober. You're just fucking not drinking. You know what I mean?
right.
exactly.
You're
You
not.
guys
You're
are
not.
nailing it.
You know, you're just the appearance of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
The appearance of it.
And you know, staying punk for this long really gives you a lot of this perspective. And like, I try not to get so frustrated with people on the right because I just think they're confused. However, I think like hardened liberals are just convinced. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think in a lot of ways that's more dangerous. And it's hard to unite the working class. I get that. There's all these identities and shit, and it gets really difficult to sort that out and really unify and say, look, we're actually kind of in the same thing. We all feel like we've been you know, oppressed by this thing in a lot of different ways. Obviously, people of color more so. You know, it's just that someone needs to talk to them in a way that's not putting them down. And I think a lot of times liberals with education put them down and make them feel stupid. And I think that's fucked up.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that there's the same asshole on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just
Totally.
believe different things. You know what I mean? Like the person that just cannot understand that someone else lives differently than them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I see it. I see it all on. I mean, I fucking own a vegan joint. You know what I mean? There's no question. I'm fucking a little left on life
For sure.
You know, I also fucking understand that not everything can be just. We can't just have 7 billion people to the left.
Totally.
You know what I mean? That's just not how the world works. That's just never how it's going to be. So to think that the only answer to anything is to convince everyone to be on my side.
It's the same thing with religion, dude. It's the same thing with extremist Christian. You know what I mean? You're like,
instead of just understanding that someone else thinks differently than me, and that's okay as long as each other as long as we all can respect each other.
We can though,
Hey,
dude.
look, like, you know, you think that, I think this, whatever, you know, move on.
I often think, like, I was thinking about this because me and Shimer, we hung out with the wives the other night. We were talking about, you know, my father is extreme right, fucking, you know, psycho Trump, and Rosie's dad is extreme left, fucking like hardcore Democrat, but they are the same human. They're the same human. They live in the mountains by themselves. They fucking don't want to be fucked with. They, you know, it's like they have all the same core values. And I thought about this the other day. I was like, imagine you're in a gigantic mansion and there's a whole world of people that could live in this mansion. But those two sides are on the either side of this one door in this fucking room yelling at each other. And there's a whole fucking mansion void of people. You know what I mean? That you're like, you guys are you're at the same door, dude. You guys are you're right fucking here screaming at each other through a fucking door crevice. You know, it's like ridiculous. God damn, man. I watched them argue for 8 hours on the internet once.
Fucking wild.
I was like, wow, dude. Wow. Holy shit.
I know. It just goes nowhere. And like my dad and my brother always voted Democrat growing up, but they were, you know, hard laborers, tractor demolition gradings, all this other shit, no education. Both of them dropped out of high school, and I was a fucking arty kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they never really got me, but we all got along, and they vehemently hated like Reagan and all this other shit. But when the Trump thing happened, they started getting this false depiction of things going backwards, and they really bought into it. You know what I'm saying? They really bought into it.
And you mean like with Trump being there, he's rewinding us back to fucking the Reagan era kind of thing? Yeah.
And I had to break it down for both of them that would never happen. And I gave them some reasons why, really calmly. And they sort of absorbed it. My brother specifically, my older brother. And I also had to explain it. He's like, well, like, are you a Biden person? And I was like, no.
No.
I was like, this is why I'm voting for him, because we need someone to take care of this fucking pandemic.
Right.
And I know he'll do that presidentially.
Right.
I'm not a Biden person. I'm going to say something that's going to upset you. I fuck with Bernie Sanders,
Why would that I like that dude.
Yeah, but of course, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I like that.
They think he's a commie. And I go, well, so am I. And then I had to lay out.
But those people that call Bernie Sanders a commie also call Joe Biden a commie.
I know.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the fun part.
And, I'm still waiting for my Chinese lessons to come in the mail. You know what I mean? Like,
I got mine actually today. So I started freshening up. Mandarin, dude, started freshening it up,
Totally.
Well, we talked about, when we get the vaccine, obviously we heard that you just start speaking Chinese. So
you start just
Chinese, right? So might as well.
It's like Wayne's World. Sick.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Apple, you just said I look pretty in Cantonese.
But I'm down for it. And like, I know a lot about that shit.
We're gonna go completely off topic here.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would audio record with a cassette tape the movie Wayne's World,
dude,
and I would listen to it like just in my Walkman, like just walking out in the desert. I would listen to the movie.
So good.
Hold on, let me get my water. 1 second.
Yeah, dude. I used to do that. I used to record before you could get soundtracks. I would record like songs off of movies. Like if it was something like I would do that shit all the time.
Me and a buddy of mine when we were like 8, 9, 10 years old would record like fake radio shows.
That's awesome.
That tape. Oh yeah.
All predetermined. Look where you are now.
There's no way that those exist.
Where you are now.
Although I will say, Shimer, it would be a fucking pretty good sell if you went full right-wing vegan. It might create a whole nother niche of a market.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
That's the shaman dude. That's the shaman dude, right?
The shaman, the organic prison food guy. Yeah. That's a patriot, dude. That's a real patriot.
I'm like, if you see me post on the Instagram, like, hey, shaman, we'll feed you. You know what I mean? Or shaman, you mean my man.
You should offer any free food to anyone willing to wear a buffalo head into your
Yeah. I'm good.
Fucking yeah.
Anyway, well, man, I mean, obviously, we've gone through the spiel of Corona and all that stuff, but I mean, I was thinking about it today, man. I can't wait to get back to playing shows. I know we talked earlier. You had big plans for this year, right? I mean, Buried at Sea and all kinds of stuff, right?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, because that band, dude. Yeah, so I joined that band in their reunion in 2015. Obviously, like we were all fans of that band.
Oh yeah.
And Brian, when we started Deth Crux like 5 years ago, I knew he was in Buried at Sea, and they kind of were on like a hiatus of sorts, and for a little while he was like, we kind of want to reunite the band and do some shit and like repress the record, and the original drummer Bill was on the fence, still out in Chicago, with like Sanford Parker, but he became like a sanitation worker, which is a great job, and he has kids and benefits and all that shit, which he really couldn't tour with you know, the schedule that band wanted to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's like, would you be down? They all asked me, would you be down to jump in and do it? And I was like, fuck yeah. And they had, in the end of 2015 winter, they had like a 2-week tour booked with Unearthly Trance. And, you know, it was just a lot of back and forth. And I was like, I'm fucking ready. You let me know. You know what I mean? I'm going to learn the set and I'll be ready to go. And of course, last minute, they're like, you're in. And I was fucking stoked, right? Like, it's like one of the most influential of the sludgy dudes.
Yeah. Man. They're a great band, dude. They've always had that like mysterious clout around them as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, dude. And we were like probably 19 when that record came out.
Right.
You know, like, and it sounded so far ahead.
It was heavy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Heavy. Yeah. So I was stoked to do it, you know, like, so we did the tour and yeah, it started out really great. And dude, I got fucking really sick, like right in the middle of it. Like we were sharing the van with Unearthly Trance, it was so sick. Like every show was fucking sick. But yeah, I got.
Is it in Europe?
No, this
Europe?
was here.
Oh, it's here.
Okay. Europe. But yeah, we did like it was like 2 weeks here. We went up to Canada. We played a couple fests and shit, and we played with like Megla. You know that band?
I've heard of them. I don't know.
They're like Polish black metal, and they wear the like midnight stockings and they were great. But yeah, I got super fucking sick on tour, like flu-ish, you know. And I'm like hella sober at this time. I was working out, I was in good shape, and I'm like, fuck. But I got this. Like, I'm gonna do this. I was super rehearsed for it, and like, you know, the shows were killer. And then, like, by the time I got to Canada, like, I couldn't even see. I just remember this part. I couldn't see. So, like, at the time in 2015, you can go to those pharmacies and get that like wrapper codeine cough syrup.
Oh yeah.
I just made dirty Sprite for the rest of the tour, and it brought my tempo even down and made it heavier, and it was great.
You're just seeing trails as they're hitting the drums.
Yeah. So, but at this point, like, I was like, this kind of shit, especially at the time, I was like, I'm severely lacking this chaos in my life. I'm fucking stoked. I've been a fan of this band forever. And they're like, yeah, dude, you want to stay in? Fuck yeah. The last show of that tour was in Olympia at that like bloodletting bar place.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever been there. It's super weird. Forget the name of it. But they have like a bloodletting table. It's super cheesy. But yeah, so we in there and all of our merch money is in Sanford's like leather jacket for some reason, like in an envelope.
Seems like a good spot.
Yeah. Totally. But there was this very tall, attractive, like black trans person who was eyeballing the jacket while merch was being sold, and she fucking grabbed it. And we're playing the set, and I was like, I know what's happening. And fucking Adam jumps over the table and chases her like 4 blocks and tackles her, gets the jacket, money's still intact, but she had also put some like panties in there, like a G-string in there.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a nice way to end tour.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, it's been great. And then 2016, we were kind of on the fence, like about going to Roadburn. And then super last minute, like the Neurosis booking agency threw us on for like 3.5 weeks.
Right.
In that Roadburn. And it was fucking sick, right?
Yeah.
But not only that, this is going to blow your mind. It was their 30th anniversary. So they played for like 3 hours. Whoa. And they played the punk shit, dude.
Oh, they did? Like the Word Is Lost stuff and that's awesome.
And like the Aberration EP.
Woo!
Crazy shit.
Pain of Mind stuff, maybe?
Dude, Pain of Mind shit. And it was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect. It was the best Neurosis set I'd ever seen.
Did they have the visuals too, or did they not do them then? They ditched them that year, right? The 30th anniversary, they ditched all the visuals, dude, and they got better. They got fucking better. Like when they lost the visuals, you were like, how is it better? Like, what the fuck, you know? Because I'd seen him with them before, you know, and
yeah, I'd seen him.
God damn.
When I was young, and then I'd seen him with Noah later.
Yeah.
And, dude, they just don't miss a beat, man. Whatever they do is gonna be the right thing, Right.
There'll never be another one of those ever.
Did you see Neurosis? Did we see Neurosis together, Craig?
I think we did at
the observatory.
Observatory, yes. Yeah. That was on the 30th anniversary tour.
That was right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking punishing, dude. They're old as balls.
And then we saw them with no, hold on. Did they play with Godspeed?
I haven't seen him.
Okay, no, because Godspeed played a while ago. Anyway,
Godspeed,
they're together in my mind as one, almost.
Godspeed was just like 10 years ago the other day.
Was it really? Yeah.
10 or 11 years ago the other day.
Yeah, dude, that's what the eyeball's from on my arm, dude, from that David DeAndre poster.
I remember that show. That show, we got crazy edibles.
Right.
And
we were
high. We had seats, and it was
it was on the balcony.
Pomona. It was in Pomona. We're up on the second deck, and I just fucking sat there, ate that edible, and I just fucking went like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that.
Closed my eyes, and I was like, I'm gonna try to pass out at a fucking Godspeed You Black Emperor show.
Oh,
I think that'd be so
perfect,
great.
dude.
And I think I did accomplish it.
I nodded out once or twice, but I don't know if it was because I was high or tired or in some sort of psychedelic trance. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I just kind of remember
probably all three.
Yeah, I just remember going I'm just gonna let it go tonight.
Take me where it's gonna take me, baby.
I'm not even gonna try and sit here and watch this. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I feel like doing.
You just feel it. You just have to feel it.
Yeah, feel it.
I saw that. I love that band from a very early age. I saw them. I went to fucking Omaha, Nebraska to see them in 2000. I don't know. It was before the kids were born. It was 2006 or 7.
No, maybe even
might have been before. No, because it would have been before. Dude, it was in the early 2002 maybe even.
Oh.
And it was. I had a friend that lived there, my buddy Ryan, and I went to hang out with him for a week. And I went because that was the closest they were coming to LA. Or in my area, and it completely changed my opinion of what you could do musically. I mean, same as Neurosis, but
yeah,
it just fucking Godspeed was unreal. Unlike anything I'd ever experienced.
I've seen a Silver Mount Zion,
right?
But I never got tickets. I always dropped the ball, especially in the reunion, and I never got to see it. And it's totally weird. They were one of my favorite bands. I just never got.
It's unreal. It's unfucking real. I mean,
oh yeah, I have no doubt.
We walked down the aisle to a Godspeed song. Me and Rosie did.
Oh yeah, you did. I was there.
Yeah. I love that band, dude.
Dude, they're fucking sick.
Yeah,
they're fucking sick. I love that band. I've never seen them. I hope
I have those bands that I've dropped the ball on so many times. I can't.
I know, dude.
I'm embarrassed. You know what I mean? I missed Pink Floyd or any version of that every time it ever came through. I was I was gonna go to that Roger Waters shit, but then the Corona happened. I was like, okay. I guess I'm just never gonna see him.
I went to Roger Waters in 2017 at the Forum, and it was fucking unreal.
Sick. I saw
my dad and brother saw The Wall at the Coliseum.
Oh, dude, I saw
David. My mom was there. She has a piece of it in the attic at my grandma's house still, dude.
That's cool.
And that was the first time she ever did acid. She told me she was 16 years old and fucking saw the Wall tour on acid. I was like, oh my god, I'm so jealous.
Dude, I saw David Gilmour at the Bowl actually the night before I left for the Buried at Sea Europe tour in 2016. And it blew my fucking mind.
Where do you fall? Are you a Gilmour guy or a Roger Waters guy?
I'm all of them.
Me too. Yeah.
I'm Sid forward. Dude, I love animals. I love fucking everything, dude. I can't decide. I've never been able to decide.
Yeah.
I think in certain things, they've all had their strength.
Yeah.
I've got favorites of all of them, but I fucking love them all.
Yeah.
Obviously, dude, I was in a band that just ripped them off.
Right. Yeah. I mean, the Ancestors was Pink Floyd times X2, I guess. Pink Floyd 2000, I guess. I don't know.
It was like Fripp and Eno poorly ripped off with a little Neurosis and a lot of Pink Floyd.
Right. Yeah. Man. I love that. I listened to that one, the album that I came in and did the vocals on that one day.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I forgot, dude. I forgot how good this fucking record is, man.
Oh, thanks,
God
man.
damn it, man. God damn it.
Yeah, we got some tunes.
And how's the relationship with everyone in that? Is that all good?
It's okay. I was actually talking to Justin earlier today, and you know,
yeah,
we've been friends forever. Sometimes we, waver in it, and it's all good. I love all those dudes tons. Tons. I can't not. I love them, and it was weird. Like I obviously towards the end, I was not qualified to be there. I'd gotten fucking deep into substance abuse, and it was shameful. But like, I got my shit together, and it was weird when I was in my second or third rehab stint, which was basically jail because I had to go, and a nasty ass county rehab. I was sitting in there and I was like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm not gonna do the same thing. I want to do like kind of synth pop. Like I was super obsessed with Kate Bush at the time. And I was like, I just want to do something different, but I also want to do doom metal again. But I want to try this thing first. Because Matt had actually got me super hyped on like synthesizers.
Barks,
so, yeah. So I started rebranding my shit and started collecting synths. And a lot of that had to do with the ancestors, but like a lot of that shit, like especially because like Gilmore had worked with Kate Bush and all this like proto synth stuff, and like back from like Throbbing Gristle and all that early shit all the way through Skinny Puppy. I was like, dude, I kind of want to do this thing over here and try to make pop music sort of and still do Nine Inch Nails with it. And that's kind of what I've been fucking with ever since.
Yeah, right. With GLAARE and Deth Crux and all that, right?
Yeah. And Deth Crux is a punk band for sure. But
yeah.
Like, all the Deth Crux or Death Rock shit. And I just wanted to try something different. But like when Buried Up Sea came up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna fucking do this.
Oh, how could you refuse it?
Yeah. So, dude, and like by the way, that tour was amazing. Like we, all the shows were fucking incredible for that band as a cult band. But after that 30th Neurosis set, that was their last one. It was Sunday. We had to close it on the main stage after.
Oh, really?
So I was shitting my fucking pants.
Yeah.
We had to follow Neurosis.
Yeah.
And it was terrifying. Yeah. Terrifying.
Well, yeah, that's such a scary thing, when you're like, they just destroyed the room and you're like, does anyone have anything else? You know what I mean? Like,
you don't want to play after Neurosis.
No, dude. Yeah.
The answer is
no.
But
you do, and it makes you try really fucking hard, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, all you can hope is that the crowd has some gas in the tank for you still.
They did though. They did. Like, they emptied out for a second, and there was fucking just cups everywhere, and that room actually fits like 4,000 people. And we're like, dude, this is gonna be empty. And actually, it was at cap again by the time we took stage.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, no, it was sick. And
is this in Europe or is this in America?
This was Roadburn.
Roadburn, okay.
Yeah. So out there.
So I mean, that festival circuit out there is just a totally different animal from what I know.
Sick.
Yeah, and those people love me. I mean, the European music they just love fucking music way more than America. We had Sam on, last week.
Listen to it.
And he was saying how funny it is. Like you're in America, like, oh, you're still doing that? Like, people are like, huh, that's weird. You didn't give up your dreams yet, But in like Europe, it's a totally viable fucking thing for your future,
Yeah, and you got to play for like an hour and a half. So weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes me think of this time I was with Flag. We played Metallica's festival, and our set time was like 4 p.m. and it's like one of like the side stages,
Right.
Well, fucking we get there and they're like, oh, by the way, Metallica's gonna play an unannounced Kill 'Em All set right before you guys.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck do you say? But it's funny because I'm with Flag, Black Flag,
right?
Fucking Metallica. You know what I mean? I'm just like in this weird fucking world right there where I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's fucking Metallica's festival.
They can do whatever they want.
about it.
At least they didn't bump you. You know what I mean?
They fucking, and like by the time they go on stage, it's already caught wind who it is because it's under like a different name.
Yeah.
It's under a different. It's under one of their fucking old
Aliases or some shit.
Their alias name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Metal up
So
your
they
ass.
fucking come out and they play, and there's fucking 12,000 people.
Oh my god.
Fucking, and this is the side stage. This is the side stage at 4:00. So everyone is all of a sudden, everyone was supposed to be watching something else, and they're catching wind, and you just see people running. You just see people running, just right across the field.
Well, for a Kill 'Em All set, yeah.
They play, they crush, of course.
Yeah.
We go up there like 600 people, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like Metallica just fucking crushed the stage. Everyone's walking away like, what the fuck did I just see? I didn't expect to come and see a Kill 'Em All fucking Metallica set.
I mean, although the amount of fucks Keith Morris probably had about it was like, a surprise, right? He's like,
dude, we were
that guy. He doesn't seem to give two fucks. You know what I mean?
So we're all like side stage because we weren't allowed on stage while they were playing.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're all right there. I'm the fucking tour manager, so I'm like fucking like obviously in contact with all these people, trying to make sure what the fuck's going on. And we're standing there, we're all just kind of laughing and shit. And they get done, Metallica gets done, and fucking they come walking off stage, and they all have a different person. They all have their own person. Put like fucking handing him a robe,
Right.
Handing him a robe.
Because why not?
And fucking Lars, while he's fucking doesn't stop walking, doesn't get the robe handed to him, walks past his guy. His guy gets behind him. Lars sticks out his arms, never breaks pace. Fucking just walking the whole time. And the dude fucking puts his robe on for him. And then they fucking go and they come down and there's golf carts. They're like we're standing right by their golf carts. And they fucking come down and they're like, and James is like, "Hey Keith, what's up, man?" And Keith just looks over and just like doesn't even say a word. Snarl at him, just like, and just kind of looks back at me, and I'm like, "That's your buddy." We were just fucking like kind of talking shit a little bit. So,
dude,
it was pretty funny. Like, I'll never forget that. Like, I always call that like that was such a power move. We all make fun of Lars.
God.
Lars is low hanging fruit, though.
Right.
When he did that shit, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Can you imagine having that much clout? Where if you were to step out of the shower, there's a motherfucker running behind you with a robe to put it on you, dude.
No, but like,
it sounds nice, honestly.
He's held on to it for so long
Yeah.
that it's actually become like really meta, like Kaufman shit, and I kind of like it now.
Yeah. There was, there's a time like the Wrath was going. It was a joke, right? The fucking Wrath.
Yeah,
It's going to be called Lars Ulrich. That was,
you know that?
Yeah, dude. Like in the original days, like our only goal was to be called Lars Ulrich, release a 7-inch called "Fuck Lars Ulrich," and then try to get a cease and desist or a sue letter from him, and then use that as a 7-inch cover for the next one. That was like the goal, dude.
It would have helped you. Like
I know, yeah, it would have helped. And then it turned into more serious shit. But like, you think about it years later, and you're like, because he's such a baby, you know what I mean? But it is like, is he the person who he has always been, or is he the character of himself, and is he aware of it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's genius. It's almost genius at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like Kaufman wrestling women. Like, I can't figure it out, and like sometimes I kind of love it, and then actually like, so I've been going through the first 4 records recently, and I realized that I actually learned how to play drums by playing to him, and his shit's actually really good on record. The execution live is like maybe hit or miss, but he was actually like a crafty songwriter, and he was good at the composition. Because like a lot of people give him shit because he wasn't Dave Lombardo, but But actually, the hookiness of his drums and playing less, kind of helped the band.
Well, it's AC/DC. Less is more.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like,
Which is
there's
genius.
probably not a harder job on earth than I don't know why I don't know the drummer for AC/DC's name, but I mean, playing a fucking straight beat for 4.5 hours, like on and right. I mean, it's seriously, it's probably harder than you would ever imagine, dude.
Okay.
You know, I'm not a drummer, you know, but
we're talking about this. So Rachel and I and my buddy Nick, he's been in a ton of punk bands. He was in that band like Surfer Blood, and he actually grew up with like Tragedy and shit in Portland. And we have a new band called White Bronco, which we might have called it Biden Crime Family, but we went with White Bronco, and it's
those are both great names.
Oh yeah, thank you. But it's not like country, and it's not like Mazzy Star at the same time, and I'm fucking pumped on it. However, I had to go track drums for it last week, and they're quiet drums. I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
It's hard, dude. It's fucking hard. They're like simple, and like the nuance behind it. I was like, dude, I felt like such a fucking asshole.
It's so
like,
weird, right?
It's so weird. Like no rim shots, like center. It's fucking hard. You consistent and like keeping it sounding even. I blew it, dude. It's the most takes I've ever done on a song.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm real good on like the click for recording and shit. But if I'm slugging, but when I go to quiet, I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I had to cobble it together. It was so embarrassing, dude. It was
like,
so embarrassing.
Do I even know how to do this? Fuck.
I'm telling you, dude. I gotta like learn how to play like that. It's crazy.
I mean, it's something to be said. I mean, when you hear Tom Petty, you hear AC/DC, you hear fucking Creedence Clearwater, dude. You listen to those drummers, and you're like, this dude is a human fucking metronome and accents the perfect little points that don't make a shit of bit of difference to almost anyone else that's not a musician. You know what I mean? But it carries the whole entire song, you know?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm gonna get some water. I can still hear you guys. But like,
no worries.
Like, I can't do it. I have to now learn how to do this like an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to learn how to play drums again.
Yeah.
Perfect, man. Yeah. And that's cool. That's the challenge. You know what I mean? Like, I've always wanted to be the worst musician in my own band. I mean, that's always, you know. and hey, guess what? I usually am. It's like that's how it goes. You know what I mean?
Like proudly.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, and yeah. So this year, everybody's obviously fucking bummed. There's some things that fell through, but yeah, Buried had a tour. It was a couple weeks, and we're supposed to end at that Migration Fest, which is like in maybe Baltimore or something.
Okay.
So yeah, that fell through, and then I was gonna do a couple fill-in things for some other buds, and GLAARE had a tour with like Ceremony, you know, like we had a tour with them at the end of last year, you know, before shutdown, but I'm pretty sure we all got coronavirus on that tour, like early on.
Yeah. I think the CDC basically announced that it was in the country a lot earlier than they thought it was, dude.
Yeah, because we had all this
sense.
Shit, and we're just like passing around. We were sick as fuck. I had crazy fever, and that was the last tour. And I'm super grateful that like I had one right before it happened. But yeah, just like you, it's so fucking weird. Sometimes I'm like, it's fine. You know what I mean? I'm catching up with my own life and my job. I'm not just like destitute broke from being on the road all the time.
Right.
But yeah, dude, it's the phantom limb thing, man, right? Like we're all just, what the fuck is this gonna do? And then you know what trips me out? Maybe Scheimer obviously knows this better than us, but like with venues and all the loss of, you know, infrastructure and shit, how the fuck is this gonna work? Like, how are we gonna be in a queue? Like, obviously bigger artists are gonna take precedent. Like, what's gonna happen to us? That's what really weirds me out.
I mean, it's all going to be a slow rollout anyways.
Yeah.
It's not like all of a sudden they're going to announce that we're open and fucking 3 days later there's a fucking sold out show somewhere.
Right.
You know, it's going to be a slow rollout. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like most of 2022 is already booked.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Which is what a lot of bands are pushing towards. I do think that some of these festivals in September that are possibly coming up have a chance. You know,
Maybe,
just
yeah.
because like again, like the hive mentality will change once, like, no one knows what the mentality is really going to be like once it's like, oh, you can go get a vaccine.
Right.
You know what I mean? No matter what you know what I mean? Like, if you can go get a fucking vaccine and just go get one, then that's when it's personal
change.
choice.
Right.
That's a personal choice thing.
But I think if you don't have a tour booked already in 2022, 2023 might be your year, dude.
Pretty hard, yeah. And plus, like, you know, lots of things, you know, it's not like a big thing is like, it's not like tons of rehearsals are happening right now. It's not like people are, you know, working on and planning, you know, like to get ready for tour.
Right.
You know,
Right.
lots of those huge tours, you know, when you think about like those huge tours, those are fucking 18 months out.
Mhm.
That fucking it takes 18
Mhm.
months of fucking preparation and planning for those fucking ginormous tours and everything. I mean, we were at like the fucking honeypot when it fucking all went in, when it all was done. Like everyone was touring, everyone was able to tour, especially considering that like that's the only real way to make money being in a band.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking Taylor Swift.
Totally.
You know, the only way to make money is to go on the road. So everybody was out on the fucking road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it's gonna be weird. Like, I'm pretty confident that like all of our rooms are gonna be available when it comes back.
Yeah.
So with that being said, like a lot of corporate rooms might close down. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them. You know, like, fuck them, dude. You know.
Yeah. So
I've been playing like in quite a few bands, like just filling in or working with them, you know, here and there. Just to, you know, I like being on the road. I like it. I've been working with this Denver band called Echo Beds for a little while. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I want to say I've heard that name.
They're fucking wild, dude. They're kind of like a, you know, really punk, nasty, like Neubauten almost. Like they play like oil drums and shit and electronics, and they're a two-piece, and I came in to help write a little bit and kind of beef out the band, and yeah, they're older Denver dudes. Like weirdly enough, like Heath, the front dude in that band, is almost like a carbon copy of Mike Carter. They're so similar. It's super weird. It's super weird. I love that. But yeah, I was flying out there through like 2019 and working with them on songs, and like we've been writing together a little bit, and we went and did like Austin Terror Fest, and I flew back there again like a month later, and we played with like Old Man Gloom, and shit was going really good, and it just, you know, threw a wrench in there, and I was staying with David, and it was great, you know. It was great. And you know, I was kind of trying to keep that trajectory, like I could hop around and like produce and, you know, play drums or whatever the fuck else with them, and I felt really happy about it. And when this started to happen, I started to re-examine some things, and I think it's really important for us to all figure out what's going to help keep our culture alive. So, you know, one of the things I really took on was like music videos. So, you know, for me personally, I've been directing music videos now.
So was that video that you sent me the other day? Did you have anything to do with that?
Yeah, I directed
the claymation one.
No, I didn't direct the claymation
one.
Okay. I didn't direct the claymation one. But I love that video. That
is a wild video.
That band's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Dude. No, that I sent you another one for Persecutor.
Okay. Yeah.
They're that like kind of Venom, like really punky Dark Throne band.
Right.
And it's really weird. Like, so check this out. The band is actually Scott from Saviors on drums.
Okay.
And then Adam from Deth Crux on bass. And then this dude, Chris, who's like this awesome Chris Velez. He's an awesome black metal guitar player. Yeah. Like he's been in a bunch of bands like Lightning Swords of Death and shit. And yeah, they're like caveman black metal. And the singer is actually this super tall fucking weirdo from Romania. And he goes by Vlad the Inhaler. I'm not even sure what the fuck is going on? You gotta watch it. But
it's a good video, dude. It's a good video.
The one, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I watched it. Yeah, for sure.
So I become like sort of like their visual like band ambassador. So yesterday I got back from Wrightwood because now he's out here from Romania.
Mm-hmm.
It's super weird, dude. Like he's a fucking mess, and I love him. Like he's quite the personality. Like there's language barrier, and like he had something to do with goats back there. I don't know if he like raised goats and like
raped them, maybe.
It's weird. Yeah. But he's the fucking raddest dude, and the band is actually my friends. You know what I mean? So they've now been tracking with him with like Phil from like Despise You and Crom. So he's been making records. Like they're about to finish the second one with him, and it's almost like they went from Venom to like Def Leppard Venom. Like they're like anthem black metal songs.
That's awesome, dude.
Sick. And they don't take themselves seriously. So like that video that I shot with them in the desert, that's almost like California Love. They wanted to do the same exact fucking video, but in the snow.
Oh, okay.
Dude, the one that we shot in the desert, it was 115 degrees.
Right. Yeah.
It was insane. Like in a dry lake bed in Joshua Tree.
Right.
This one was in Wrightwood, and it was like 20 degrees.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna kill me. You know what I mean? But it's super cool. It's super cool, man. Like as you know, like this fucking whole stream bullshit, like you just can't connect to it.
Well, it's hard because I think the one thing that will happen in this over this year and a half of us 2 years being shut down or whatever, it's gonna cull the herd. So the people that are really fucking serious about playing music have already made and established these connections in life that we're gonna keep doing it anyway. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But I have had to shift. Like Tongue's not playing any fucking shows anytime soon. We're not planning on it. So we decided, fuck it, we're gonna start making music videos for the record that came out in the middle of Corona that no one fucking heard. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, we're just gonna start making music videos. You know what I mean? I think Red Fang did a really good job at setting the precedent for like what is a killer fucking music video. And then you've seen 100 other people do the Red Fang style video. You know what I mean? But you've always been like an incredibly talented artist. I mean, even when you were at DW with the fucking throwdowns, you know what I mean? You know, like, and you do visual art now as a job, right? I mean,
yeah, I do like motion graphics and visual effects, like title sequences and trailers. Like I do the title design and animate it. And what that allowed me to do was kind of figure out like a filmmaking process and like, you know, visual storytelling and shit. Because I started out going on set and assisting those guys and seeing how all the components work. And, you know, then when you're animating all these elements, you're basically using like a camera, like in the computer, and you can start sort of like figuring out how to do this. And so there's been a lot of dudes like motion graphics dudes that have switched over into directing. And I kind of, at one point I was like, dude, I got to do this. Not just for my own bands, but like to keep our culture moving forward, I've got to start like biting the bullet and taking no money and trying to make it look expensive for people I care about.
Right.
To keep pushing this shit forward and having that kind of content. So like what you're saying with Tongue is like, that's fucking crucial, man. That's all we got.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, we have to adapt. We can't just be punk in an alley anymore. You have to adapt to the digital age. Yeah. And if you do an album release and you don't have fucking videos floating around to supplement it, it's not going to get the traction it was supposed to get. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, yes, you can create a fucking banger of a record and it catches on, but you have to have, and it's taken me almost a year to really figure that out. You know what I mean? But like when Tongue started, I didn't even want to do a record. I wanted to just do singles, you know. And I told the band, because this isn't a record world anymore. You're lucky to get 2 songs on a fucking playlist, dude. Like, so let's just release fucking 2 or 3 songs a year, bangers. And then if they get, you know, if someone wants to put them together and put them on a record, fucking fine. But we ended up having a full record of material, and that couple of the guys in the band had never had an actual like vinyl release. They really wanted to do it. I said, okay, that's fine, but this is probably the last time I think I'm ever going to release a record until the world changes and goes back. But I've seen the writing on the wall as far as we're back to 45s, we're back to fucking singles, we're back to the 50s. You know what I mean? Like, if people want to hear a couple of fucking killer songs, let's write a couple good songs, make videos for them, put them out, let them do what they do. Because we're not touring. We're not fucking, I'm not going to do a month-long tour ever again. And I mean, unless it's a fucking Hail Mary, like, amazing offer, but it's not going to happen for me. You know what I mean? Like,
you don't know that. I mean, like, look, here's the thing about what you're saying. Like, I feel exactly the same way. And so GLAARE's got a record coming out in April 10th. And we had this awesome Belgian label, like boutique. The dude's super good at the packaging and shit. And we wanted to do an EP with him. And he was like, look, dude, the money thing. Can you fill this fucking thing out and make a full length? I was like, I can. I don't want to, but I can.
Yeah.
But with that and with the press cycle and all the other like red tape around it, he's like, you need 3 music videos.
Yeah.
And now that we know you can direct them, just
make them. Yeah.
In the time that this was happening, we got approached by a way bigger label, this label Prophecy. You know that label?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
They're a big label, dude. It's like they're a German label and they have like Alcest. It's mostly black metal.
Right. Yeah. It's a big European metal label. I know that.
Yeah, dude. And they came for us, and it took a long time to negotiate because obviously we're not there. Like, GLAARE is a dark pop band. It's like Cocteau Twins, but maybe a little heavier.
Right.
And they really wanted us, and we hit a rapport with them, and they're like, look, what do you guys want to do? And I was like, well, I want to do singles.
Yeah.
I want to do singles and then maybe an EP, and then you can repackage that and make it a full length.
Make it a LP, dude. Yeah.
Okay, that's sick. And they're like, what else do you want? And we were like, well, we want an advance, actually, because we want to make videos. So actually going into next year, that's what we're doing with them.
Yeah.
We're doing singles, and then we're going to do like a series of videos with those.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing, it's actually really rad, No,
dude, it's got to be part of the landscape at this point.
Yeah,
I think,
people don't have attention spans, dude.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I mean, I listen to full records. Shimer listens to full records. I'm sure you listen to full records. I mean, but hey, what's up, girl? What are you doing?
How you doing? I'm
good.
Murder Part 2, and I'm gonna go have some light beer and hang with my kitties.
That's right. Get it.
We got dabs in there, right?
We have dabs.
Can you bring that out here so I can do it in front of my friends?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, you're the best.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I just think it's a totally different landscape, and I would love to adapt to that, because for me, writing a full entire fucking record is a 2-year process, dude. Like,
it is.
But I can put some serious time into a couple songs and fucking make something that I'm really proud of. And then the visual aspect of it is videos for me. And that's something I think is important at this point. It's the only way you're really going to get, and I don't even know why I just want to do it to be creative. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to see that shit in a different world. I spent 20 years of my fucking life wanting to put out records and vinyl and do the touring thing. And now I'm like, I watch my kids online and what they pay attention to, and Shimer's kids are the same boat. It's like, this is a different fucking age, dude. Like, genres are dead. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, like all this doom worship bullshit is like gone, you know what I mean? Or in niche circles, but genres are fucking dead, dude. Like, after watching, I went with John to see Horror and Ghostmane, and it blew my fucking mind, and it really opened my eyes to the fact that genres of music are null and void at this point.
They're null and void.
Yeah.
And if you can let that go too, it's actually really inhibiting, because you can kind of recalibrate and understand that you can totally cover other ground in there without having to stick to one thing. And that's the thing. And I'm sure you agree with this, but like, making that fucking full-length record is scary, because you feel like you might make the same song the whole time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's it for me. Or I'm like, what if this is bad? Bad. Like,
well, that's the thing. If you're trying for the full length, you know what I mean? Like, if you you need to get, ours was 8 songs. It's like 35 fucking minutes. I'm not even sure it's considered a full length, but it fits on an LP, but it just naturally happened that way, but from here on out, like, I've told the guys, like, I'm not interested in a record, dude. Like,
I'm not either, dude.
It's not fucking, because you on an album cycle, it's a fucking year and a half process to get it recorded. You release it, and then you maybe, we're not really going to tour a lot, but it's in our best interest to stay in everyone's fucking minds
Yeah.
yearly by just releasing a couple fucking songs. You know what I mean?
You guys got Rob Dean though, dude. Let's be real.
True. Yeah, he's a good drummer.
He's so good.
And a good human. Rob's like a genuinely great human.
Isn't he?
You don't meet a lot of guys like that, dude. You're like, damn, dude. A veteran, a fucking, you know what I mean? Like, and incredible drummer, But
dude, he's told me like when he was doing the SEAL thing, some of my favorite stories anyone's ever told me were Rob.
Yeah.
Fucking love that guy. I miss him.
Yeah.
Miss him. I gotta hit him up.
He's around.
Yeah. He's so good at drums.
Yeah.
But that shit is amazing though, dude. And you should absolutely, dude, if you need like on the side, if you need any kind of video strategy shit, please feel free to hit me up.
Oh, I'll be hitting you up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cashing in some favors on your ass, dude.
I'm getting a little better at it you know, like planning and fucking nobody has any money. You know, like nobody has any money, and you can make it look expensive if you do the right shit, and
you can do it well cheap now. You know what I mean? Like maybe 5-6 years ago, it was really hard to get a good video. You know what I mean? Like, but now the technology's caught up. But
it's caught up.
Like, how have you? I wanted to ask like about your job and all that stuff. I mean, you are allowed. Obviously, you work from home. It looks like.
Yeah. Now.
I mean, do you get stoked about the projects you're working on? Like not like music, but is it like fulfilling like what you're doing? Yeah, with work stuff.
Well, it depends. It's hit or miss, dude. Like. I just started actually. I've been freelance forever.
Mm-hmm.
I was in this band called Soft Kill.
Mm-hmm.
You know that band? They're a Portland band. They're doing pretty well. They're bigger, and so I was having a tour with them like Metallica, pretty much. Like that's what when I joined, I was like, "Fuck, this band's gonna be gone a lot." So
So you were expecting to have a guy put a robe on you
off the stage.
With your arms out. That's what you pictured. You envisioned that.
Well, at least like a wet sock on my dick and balls maybe. But
someone to scrub you down real quick.
Yeah.
A little baby powder, some corn syrup.
Baby powder. Wait,
imagine being just a baby powder person.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. We need to write a movie, and that's a character.
Are you bringing up baby powder for? Have you guys ever played with fucking Pentagram?
No.
Like played with the band?
Yeah, like
no, I've seen him. I saw him, but
do you know what goes on stage with baby powder?
No, I guess I don't. No.
Okay, let me fill you in. So Buried at Sea, actually on that Europe tour, Buried at Sea played with this band Banquet and Pentagram at the what's it called? The Vienna Theater. Or it's like the Vienna Theater is like 4 venues in one, and we played the main hall with them, which it didn't get super full. There was like maybe 500 people there, but it fits like 2,000 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But Pentagram played, and I can't remember. Maybe we were main support or some shit. We cleared the room because it was like a bunch of like rocker stoner kids, and we were playing like atonal, depressing shit. Right?
Yeah.
But
like how ancestors would clear a room, no problem.
They would have cleared less of the room.
Less of the room.
Yeah, less of the room.
Yeah.
It would have been this much more fun. But like, we cleared the fucking place, and I left my like transformer for the sampler we had on stage. It was like an ammo case and all this shit. It had the like Euro adapter. So I had to go get it after Pentagram set while we were packing up. And I fucking busted my ass on stage because they cover the stage in baby powder so Bobby can do the like boogie dance. That's real.
It's real.
That's real. And while we're here, I'm gonna try to put this up to the camera. I'm gonna fucking throw down this awesome photo
Please.
Of that show. But I thought maybe that's what you're referring to.
No. Baby powder is generally nice on your nutsack. I mean, it's
great. Dude, I gold bond my shit on tour.
Oh, and a pinch cornstarch. It's fucking.
In a pinch cornstarch.
In a pinch, dude. It's fucking. Shit works, dude.
Yeah. I miss that kind of shit. Yeah. I miss that kind of shit. But I have the most
baby powder person.
Fuck, dude, this is the best picture of all time, and it's after their set backstage at this place. Oh, dude, I'm coming up on it. Okay, we're almost there. We're someone. The Pentagram had it removed a couple times. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here. Focus. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Okay, you gotta get up
That's
there.
Bobby right there. See that's
Okay.
Brian and I?
Yep.
He's all partied out. He's got like pill jars down here.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
sequin gold pants on.
Yes.
And he's on the phone, like, trying to like get some like young fucking impression.
Try to get himself Me Too'd.
Getting Me Too, pre-Me Too.
Pre-Me Too.
But you can also, his like weird little fucking, unit is like popping out of the
Right.
whole thing. And we're just giving him the thumbs up right here. We're like, yeah. He didn't even like acknowledge that we were there.
He didn't even know you were taking the picture.
So sick. So sick.
Yeah, dude. What a fucking absolute mess of a human, man. I mean,
such a fucking mess, dude.
Wow.
He like sat down to eat next to us before the set, like after sound check, and he had all these weird band-aids all over his hands, like from God knows what.
Yeah.
And he had this turkey, and he was cutting the turkey, and I was like, dude, I gotta go. It just like it looked exactly like the thing, and like I don't like to use the word triggered, but like hand, bro.
So, dude, you know what? It's weird because you see a guy like that's like such a legend, right? And he's a really just a piece of shit that didn't make it because he ended up being a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like heroin addict. But then you see like Dickie from Blue Cheer, who we played with, and I had never been more impressed with a fucking 70-year-old man in my entire life. I mean, that fucking dude was like coherent and on it and fucking funny. And like, he was like, we've been touring for 42 years. I was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? Like, and then I rolled him. It was like us, Annihilation Time, and Blue Cheer, a joint. I rolled him a joint and he goes, hey man, I ain't smoked them bones in days. And like, you know what I mean? And you're like, what the fuck, man? Like, and then they went on stage and completely blew us out of the water, blew Annihilation Time out of the water, did a 30-minute fucking Hendrix medley, you know what I mean? And killed it. And it's like, and he might have been a piece of shit, but he was like classy, like a classy motherfucker, like Chuck Berry level classy, although we know Chuck Berry's not classy.
Right,
but he had that vibe about him where you're like, dude, this dude is pure fucking gold right now,
What, dude? That's so sick. I mean, I expect that. That band's rad.
Not gold. Is that what you said?
I got so wasted at that show.
Yeah.
I got
proper
so wasted. I think I had to leave that show.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, we got in trouble because El Barbero played.
Oh, that's right.
Right. Okay.
Right.
And so
you guys are puking on stage.
Yeah. So El Barbero plays, which is Pat Bailey, Mike Doan.
Yeah. I remember El Barbero.
Right. So, but Pat Doan is on straight up acid or mushrooms or something.
He was at the Smell show too.
He always was, and I think he's gone on heroin now. But
I love that dude.
Really bad. But they're playing, and I'm a fat long-haired dude, and he's also a fat long-haired dude. And Mike's playing, and he's all and just fucking pukes all over the stage. And they're the first band, right? So then we play, it's all cleaned up, whatever. We go back to the fucking Velvet Jones, maybe 6 months later, a year later, and this fucking guy is pissed at me. And I'm all like real like a dickhead. He's being short, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? You know what I mean? I think Scheimer, you might have been the one that informed me. Hey, they think that you're the guy that puked all over the stage last night. Hey, man, that was another fat dude. Like, that's a different fat guy, man. Like,
I'm like, because it was probably, you guys were probably playing some numbskull show after that.
Yeah.
And I was probably like, I'm like, yo, what the fuck's the deal? It's like, oh, that fucking guy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nah.
No, dude, they thought I was I've almost puked a lot of times.
I was probably like, yo, they think
but I've never done it.
Me too. And also, by the way, like, we're also interchangeable because we all sort of look exactly like someone else in a band. You could be skinny and like tattooed and glasses, like fucking 20 of them.
It's like fat guy, tattoos, and beard. Yeah, okay. Fucking like, no problem. Yeah, you're the guy,
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had a lot of that shit.
Yeah, they thought I was like, the sound guy's a dickhead. Like, what the fuck? Like, we played her 10 times. I've never had a problem with this dude. You know, and then it come to find out he thinks I'm the guy that fucking ruined the whole entire stage.
Totally. I haven't thought about El Barbero in a minute. I wanted to actually.
Band's good.
Never
Dude.
wanted to produce a band until that was the first one. Where I was like, dude, if I could get an engineer, would you guys let me help work on that? And Mike was just gone.
They wouldn't let you help even if you could.
But I adored that band.
Pat Bailey is the best human on earth. One of the coolest fucking drummers you'll ever watch play. But
they were rad.
You know, he just that fucking whole band is a mess anyway,
Yeah.
or was a mess. But the record is incredible.
It's so
God
good.
damn, it's good.
It's
one of those classic Ventura bands that would have never got anywhere they should have.
Right. It's like Sierra Thungle and fucking
Celtic Frost.
Yeah, totally. But like, I always felt like they would have gone somewhere, and
that's how Ventura's got that vibe, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how many amazing bands from Ventura? You're like, they never. What the fuck,
dude? If I get anywhere making music videos, I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that I will fund and go to great lengths to make a doc about Ventura bands, because it's such a quiet secret. Like, there's been and it's all you guys, first of all. It's all like adjacent, you know, it's everybody, you know, it's all been incestuous and shit, but there's been way too many good Ventura bands.
Yeah.
Like way too many. And it's like, we can get all these fucking docs about Seattle, Chicago, all this other shit. No one's talked about Ventura. And there's been.
Well, because, you know, the Nardcore thing is what it is, you know.
Well, yeah, of course.
You know, and obviously the Nardcore scene is still thriving, still killer, you know, but there's a whole nother fucking genre and a world out of Ventura that some of the most talented motherfuckers you've ever seen. I mean, come from this town, dude. You know,
it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what comes out of everywhere.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, like, John C. alone has, like, literally, like, given birth to like 200. You know, he just like craps them out. And you're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, Detoxy, dude. Have you heard Detoxy?
So good.
Fucking great, dude.
I've never stopped paying attention to Ventura. Like, if I miss something, I'll always come back to it, and I'm like, damn, here it is again. Another fucking good band, dude. So wild.
It's crazy. I don't know. It's something weird about the fucking area, you know. But then you just got people that just love to do it and don't give a shit if it does what it, you know what I mean? Or maybe it's something about the beach that you got no motivation to fucking run outside out of that area. I don't know what it is, man.
I think it's just like the right position. Like, you know what I mean? It's like there's poor people that also will hustle down shit. There's the beach. There's like a serious community, and like everybody's smart and fucking knows good art and music. And it's just kind of the right combination of things. I've always been in love with it.
I mean, I've been a lot of places and I'd still rather live here. You know,
I would rather live there, dude.
Come on down, dude.
I'm trying. With this work from home shit, like, still technically supposed to be here, so and like work in an office, but like the way shit's going, man, I don't understand why the fuck, you know,
why
I can't move. Yeah, I hate living here. Like, it's fine, you know, but dude, it's a fucking mess, man. Like, and it's sad as fuck, dude. Like the homeless shit it literally wrecks me every day.
Right, because I hear about it a lot on like podcasts and shit. You know, there's been a mass exodus of like big podcasters and shit and comedians and all these people that have moved. And like the number one thing they talk about is like the insanity of the homeless, like it's homeless problems down there.
Fucking heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It's fucking heartbreaking, dude. And like, you're not allowed to be homeless legally here. Oh, this torch died. You're not allowed to be homeless. You know what I mean? Like, they'll fucking relocate you, arrest you, do whatever the fuck they have here. You know? And yeah, it's just too much. It kills me.
I mean, and then there's way too many homeless people for there not to be a solution
to that,
like a viable solution of helping. Like, it's like the population is too large of the amount of homeless people for it to just be like a simple fix. Like, they need to build buildings. Like, build tall fucking buildings that are dedicated to taking care of that problem.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like, there should be a fucking building, a fucking high rise in fucking LA that is dedicated to fixing homelessness.
Well, yeah.
And that will never happen.
Well, because the private sector is the only one trying to do that, and they don't have the funding for it.
Yeah.
Government.
They wouldn't give the funding. You think that fucking any fucking neo fucking liberal, like, you know, or conservative is going to hand money for a skyscraper for homeless people. No way, dude. It's not happening, dude.
Not a fucking chance, dude.
Keep them on the off ramps, dude. You know what I mean? I can drive by them at 100 miles an hour in my fucking Tesla.
When was the last time you guys were out here? Like,
I was out. I did the Stranger Things drive-through about a month ago, and I was fucking shocked at the homeless.
Okay, yeah.
Like just getting off on what did we get off on? Los Angeles.
Right.
And I was like, holy shit. It looked scary like it was in the 90s. Like,
it's worse than
it made me uncomfortable, dude. Like, you know, and I like homeless people, but I mean, you got like full encampments moving into the streets and shit. I had to go around tents and shit. I was like, what the fuck is happening here, man?
Fucking everywhere. Everywhere. They're everywhere. They're here. Like, they were never here. Now they're lined up down here. And then, like, even off the beaten paths and stuff, following the freeway. And it's just tent city forever. And, like, I mean, it's so fucking sad. And, like, dude, okay, so
do you still have empathy, or are you at the point where you're like, get the fuck out of the way?
No, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for him. I never have confrontation with him ever.
Yeah.
I only have empathy. And, like, on Christmas, I was like handing out pizzas to him. This is the funny part. It is LA, so you know, keep that in mind when I tell you this. I'm like going around to tents, and I'm like, pizza, and it was like people were just like, I'm good, bro. And, like, in my mind, I'm like, are these motherfuckers vegan? You know what I mean? Like, is that real? Are they thinking about gluten? Like, that could be a real thing, dude.
So I got a gluten allergy, bro. It makes me all bloated.
I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you.
Hey, man, you never know.
Dude, the other weird part about the whole thing is, like, a couple of months ago, I got like I signed up for Food Not Bombs, and I was like trying to volunteer, and, like, listen to me flex. But like
flexing right now, dude.
Totally. I was like, I signed up for them, and then they sent me a LA food bank box, like, full of fucking food, like like no marks on it whatsoever, no return address. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, I don't need this. I'm lucky enough to have a job. But on top of that, separately was this fucking giant brick of government cheese, like liquid yellow,
like an actual brick,
like an actual weird yellow brick of fucking cheese, man.
Huh.
It blew my mind. Yeah, like, I did not order it. I have no, and then I called the food bank. I was like, yo, you got to pick this up. Like, like, I can't do anything with this. Like, I've tried to give food to homeless people directly. They reject it. Like, I don't know what you want. It's going to go to waste. I really don't understand this. Like,
but you obviously didn't grow up on welfare, because I understand it. You know?
No, I mean, I do understand it for sure. Yeah. Like,
but it's weird, because it's like, you know, obviously people down on their luck. You know, I don't think anyone fucking chooses to be homeless.
No,
but it's a drug problem 90% of the time, I think. I mean, obviously there's mental health involved, you know, and that spawns drugs and all that stuff. But
sure.
You know, it's, you know, the problem is you can fucking get food anywhere. You know, this is America, dude. Yeah. Every dumpster on earth has food in it. You know, I used to dumpster dive when I was a kid and all that shit. You know, and fucking we'd hit Trader Joe's and find perfectly good shit all the time. But sure. You know what really needs to be addressed and especially in LA is the drug problem. You know, and rather, because a lot of the shelters won't take people in if they're on drugs.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? So it's like you need to tackle the mental health. You need to tackle the fucking drug problem in this country. And then you can start fucking asking bigger questions. But until you do that and you try to provide people help, and even then they might not take it, you know, because
even then
now dealing with members of my own family that have been fucked up forever, it's like you see where it ends or where it can, you know, with all the help in the world, it still don't work, you know. But you have to attack that problem first. And, you know, even I don't think Garcetti, you know, it's not even on his fucking docket. You know what I mean?
No, dude. And they have to decriminalize it, dude. They have to.
Yeah, I think Portland, that's an answer.
Portland got it. It's the only proven way where instead of incarceration, we can move towards like rehabilitation.
Right.
Dude,
if you were to stick a fraction of that money into rehabilitation, you could probably save a lot of fucking people.
County rehab here is a fucking nightmare. I was a frequent flyer to the county rehab system. It's fucking devastating. It's so hard to get sober afterwards and stay sober. Like luckily I did it the last time, but it's top to down. It's like a whole nother 3 hours of conversation, but they treat you like total shit here. There is no rehabilitation for it. Like they set you up for failure, you know? And then you catch a case or a possession, you have to go there again, or you're going to jail.
Right.
You know, second one, you're definitely going to prison. It's wild, dude. It's wild. It's just highly unnecessary. It's just this Reagan leftover bullshit fucking rhetoric, you know, like, and they're not criminals, dude. They're fucking sick, man. You know?
Yeah.
It's
weird. If you were to look at like what happens in other countries and how they address a problem, and I don't think anyone has it completely fucking nailed, you know, but there's so many better ways you could attack this shit than what's happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Even still, you look at like Spain and Portugal and shit, where they're already criminalizing it, and the rehabilitation rate's super high.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, because once it's not like a thing that's a secret little, like, you know what I mean, like you know, kids are raised in like Europe, they drink at 16. It's not there's some drunks out there, but you know, it's not such a fucking big deal. You know what I mean? It's just that like Christian Protestant fucking, like, you know, shit that's been built into this country. It's really weird, man. It's gonna take a long time to get away from that stuff, I think.
It's just dude, not everybody's gonna go out and be like, yeah, I want to go get fucking hooked on meth or heroin. Like, that's not the way it works, dude.
No.
You know,
well, and the majority of it is like someone got hurt, someone got fucking addicted to Vikes, and now someone's fucking out of Vikes and they're looking for oxys, and now someone's fucking off oxys and they're looking for anything that's gonna fucking help. You know what I mean?
That's basically what that happened to me.
There it goes, man. Yeah.
There goes.
So I mean, I know you're not completely sober, but you're obviously clean. I mean, clean, right?
Yeah, I don't do like narcotics or like I don't drink anymore. But I smoke hella weed and I do psychedelics.
Yeah.
You know,
and you found a happy medium with that.
Yeah, totally. And even ketamine. I actually went to the ketamine treatment centers out here. I don't know if you know, they have those.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
It was tight, dude. It changed my whole shit. It really did. It changed.
It really did help with like depression and all the addiction and stuff, all that.
Dude, it was so fucking rad. It just like opened everything. Like it took a while, you know what I mean, to like start to mentally shift and feel like some of the trauma and shit I had, like, you know, my childhood and all this other bullshit kind of come to the surface. And then it was weird. I was like, I'm making peace with it while I was like in this K-hole. And just over time, it just started like rewiring me, man. Pretty wild, dude.
How many treatments did you do?
I only did a couple because, dude, honestly, it's so expensive. And then I just started doing like getting the street drugs.
Back to the basics.
Well, yeah, but like, you know what? Like, there's a lot of dudes out here that sell them because LA, they're like, I'm a shaman. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, yeah. You know, like you do some DMT, like all this Joe Rogan shit. Like,
dude.
Do your DMT, you do your ketamine, and then, you know, like you do it ritualistically. It's not like you're out at a fucking rave partying. It's like you do this in like this meditative practice where like you're looking for like the repair. You know, I have a totally different outlook on it now, and it's like for a while I was doing it a little bit more in succession, and now I've pulled back, and I'm like, okay, when I feel like I need to, like, you know, check out and go to this place, I will, but I've pulled back on the whole thing. And I microdose mushrooms and all that bullshit, and it's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, well, fuck, man. I mean, I'm glad to see it, man. I mean, you know, it's, you know, for all of us, you know, we all struggle with that shit in different ways, you know, and you know, so many years where I was just so worried about you, dude.
Oh, dude, thanks.
Glad to see you've pulled your head out of your ass.
Yeah. Thanks. I totally, dude. Actually, I just realized, and I totally forgot. It's been 9 years, like back on the 11th of this month. It's been 9 years since I, you know, had like a habit.
It's beautiful, man. Well, fuck, dude. Thanks for coming on the pod, man. I mean,
dude, I fucking love the pod.
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you guys, and you know, if you guys need anything from me, or like hit me up, and I think it's just really important that we look after each other and like make sure our culture doesn't disappear.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys are dads, so you're cooler than me. So if you need anything from me, you want to talk videos or whatever the fuck it is, and like if you got some ideas, Shimer, going and like rebooting all this stuff, if you get an idea of how to, you know, go back into it stronger, dude, I'm here for you both, for real.
All right, word, bro. Thanks.
I love you, man.
Yeah, I fucking love it. I love you, dudes, and I like the podcast. I'm so happy it's around.
All right. Well, hey, where can people follow you and your bands and all that? Give us something.
Oh yeah, I got GLAARE Music on Instagram and all that bullshit. We have a record coming out on the 10th of April. Deth Crux. There's no A in death. And Buried at Sea obviously is around, and then I have some new stuff coming out. You know, you can always follow me at Grim Queefer, and you'll see a bunch of my.
That's right. That's
everywhere.
right. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I
Grim
wanted.
Queefer, yeah.
The Grim Queefer, dude.
Iconic.
Which is one of the best Instagram handles I've seen in a long
I
time.
can't change it ever, dude.
Don't please don't. All right, man. Well, I love you, brother. Thanks so much.
I love you
I'll talk
too.
to you
It's so
soon.
good to hang.
All right, later.
All right. Later.
Later.
Later, man.
Fuck yeah.